7 levels of Elon Musk.
Level 1, baby names. This is where it starts, and honestly, it should have been our first warning sign. Normal people name their kids Michael or Sarah, but Elon? Bro named his kid AEA12? Not as a joke, that's a legal name on the birth certificate. When people ask how to pronounce it, he gave an explanation that made it worse. The kid literally can't have that legal name in California, so they had to change it to XAEAZ. Still insane, just slightly more legal. Then there's Exadark Sadriel. Bro really named his daughter like she's a Star Wars character. He's got like 12 kids at this point with names that sound like Wi-Fi passwords, and he acts like we're the weird ones for questioning it. Like, naming your kid after keyboard symbols is totally normal. This is level 1 because it's weird but doesn't hurt anyone. The kids are gonna need therapy, but at least it's contained to his family. Level 2, full-time gamer. Elon discovered video games and decided to become a top-ranked player while running multiple billion-dollar companies. This man is grinding Diablo, Path of Exile, Elden Ring, claiming he's in the top 20 players in the world. Bro, you're a CEO. When do you have time for this? He's tweeting about his builds at 3 a.m., getting into arguments with other gamers about strategy, and people started getting suspicious because his gameplay didn't match his rank. Other top players were like, this doesn't add up. Evidence came out that he might be account sharing or getting boosted, using other people to level up his account while he takes credit. Even in video games, he can't be normal. Has to claim he's the best, can't just play casually. When people called him out, he doubled down, started posting more gameplay to prove he's legit. The CEO of Tesla and SpaceX defending his gaming credentials like it's a court case. This level shows Elon's ego extends to everything, even hobbies that don't matter. Level 3, 2 a.m. ideas. Now we get into business ventures that make no sense. The Boring Company. Bro really woke up, stuck in traffic, and said, I'm gonna dig tunnels under the entire city. Spent billions on what? A single lane tunnel in Vegas with Tesla cars driving people at 35 miles an hour. That's it, a tunnel with cars. Revolutionary. Then there's the flamethrower. Just randomly decided to sell flamethrowers through the Boring Company. 20,000 people bought them. Not because they needed flamethrowers, because Elon sold them. Hyperloop was another 2 a.m. idea that went nowhere. Promised high-speed tube transport that would revolutionize travel. Made renders and animations, got everyone hyped, then basically abandoned it. Neuralink, putting chips in people's brains. Started with pigs and monkeys, now moving to humans. The monkey situation was horrible with animals dying, but Elon kept pushing forward. These aren't well thought out business plans, they are literally ideas he tweets at 2 a.m., then throws money at it until something sticks. This level shows that having billions means you could turn shower thoughts into actual companies. Level 4, buying Twitter. This is where it all went wrong. Elon bought Twitter for $44 billion. Let that sink in. He paid $44 billion for a website that's never made consistent profit. And he didn't even want to buy it at first. He made an offer as a joke, tried to back out, got sued, and was forced to complete the purchase. Then immediately started destroying it. Fired 80% of the staff, not gradually, just mass layoffs. People finding out they were fired because their work email stopped working. Changed the name to X because he's obsessed with that letter apparently. Removed verification, then brought it back as a paid service. Made the algorithm worse, broke features that were working fine. Advertisers started leaving in droves because the site became a mess. He lost billions in value immediately. Twitter went from being worth $44 billion to maybe $15 billion in under a year. It's not just a bad investment, that's historical wealth destruction. And through all of this, Elon's tweeting like everything's fine, posting memes, making jokes, acting like burning $30 billion is just part of the plan. This level is where Elon stopped being a quirky billionaire and became genuinely concerning. Because this wasn't just his money, he borrowed billions, got investors involved, and then tanked the whole thing while pretending he's a genius playing 4D chess. Level 5, playing with lives. Now we get into actual harm. Elon discovered he can move markets with tweets and decided to treat it like a game. Tweeting about Dogecoin, a meme cryptocurrency, and watching the price go crazy. He'd tweet Dogecoin is the people's crypto and millions would buy in. Price would spike, then he'd go quiet and it would crash. People lost life savings because they thought a billionaire's tweets were financial advice. He'd appear on SNL talking about Dogecoin and the price would tank 30% overnight. Regular people getting destroyed while Elon treats it like a joke. Then there's the funding secured tweet and taking Tesla private. That was literal securities fraud. He tweeted he had funding to take Tesla private at $420 per share. He did not have the funding secured. The SEC fined him. He had to step down as chairman. But fines are just the cost of doing business when you're rich. People's retirement accounts, investments, savings, all getting affected by impulsive tweets. And he doesn't care. To him, it's a game. Numbers on a screen. But these are real people with real money. This level is where it stops being funny because actual people are getting hurt financially, while Elon giggles about memes. Level 6, Trump's buddy. The political transformation is honestly impressive in how drastic it was. Elon went from, I'm not political, to becoming Trump's biggest supporter and getting an actual government position. Doge, Department of Government Efficiency. They really let him name a government department after a meme cryptocurrency. He's now in charge of cutting government spending, which is insane because this man has never shown efficient spending in his life. He bought Twitter for $44 billion and destroyed half its value immediately. But sure, let's let him handle the federal budget. The political shift happened so fast. One year he's a political tech bro. Next year, he's a Trump rallies, posting right-wing content consistently, getting into culture war debates using Twitter to boost conservative talking points. And it's clearly transactional. He gets government contracts for SpaceX and Tesla, gets to influence policy that affects his businesses, gets a seat at the table with the incoming administration. It's not about ideology, it's about power and money. He turned Twitter into his personal political weapon, banning journalists who criticize him, changing algorithms to boost his preferred content, reinstating banned accounts that align with his views. Free speech absolutist who bans people for making fun of him. The man flew too close to politics, and now he's fully merged with it. This level shows that when billionaires get political power, it's never about helping people, it's about helping themselves. Level 7, Mars Cult Leader. We've reached the final form. Elon's not just a CEO anymore, he's a cult leader with a god complex who thinks he's saving humanity. The Mars obsession has gone from cool space project to religious mission. He genuinely believes he's the chosen one to make humanity multiplanetary. Talks about dying on Mars like it's his destiny. Has said multiple times that he needs to live long enough to get to Mars. Not we as in humanity. He needs to get there. It's personal. He's convinced millions of people that Mars colonization is not only possible, but necessary for survival. And they believe him with cult-like devotion. Any criticism of SpaceX or the Mars plan gets attacked by Elon fans like you insulted their religion. Because that's what it's become. A religion with Elon as the prophet. The promises about Mars keep getting pushed back, but the faithful don't care. Mars by 2024 didn't happen. Mars by 2026 probably won't happen, but it doesn't matter because the believers will wait forever. And here's the scariest part. He's using the Mars mission to justify everything else. Why does he need more money? Mars mission. Why does he need government contracts? Mars mission. Why should we forgive his mistakes? Because he's saving humanity with the Mars mission. It's the ultimate shield against criticism. You can't question him because he's working on something bigger than all of us. This level is terrifying because we're watching a billionaire with unchecked power, government connections, millions of devoted followers, and a messiah complex. He's not just rich, he's not just influential, he's built an entire ideology around himself where he's the savior of human civilization. And people genuinely believe it. That's not a CEO. That's a cult leader who happens to run companies. So there it is, 7 levels of Elon Musk, from weird baby names to cult leader with government power. It's been one of the most insane transformations in modern history. Watching this progression shows what happens when someone has too much money, too much power, and not enough people telling them no. Let me know which level was the turning point for you. Drop a like, subscribe, and let's talk about it. Peace.